Gemini, we are going to be doing your reading, so we're going to get right on into it, Gemini. Before we do though, speaking of gems, if you guys are looking for gems, I would highly suggest going to Otter Spirit because they support otters. It's actually really cool. They support otters. It's like from the in California, like the Monterey Bay Aquarium. They like have like a cute little otter program. It's actually really sweet. And also their website's awesome. So either way, Gemini, if you're looking for gems, I would just go to otterspirit.com. It's friggin' awesome. So, all right, let's get into your reading, Gemini. Gemini. All right. Let's see what's going on. Gemini. Okay. All right, so we are going to just get out like 3 random oracle cards. I don't really have a placement for them, so we're just going to see how they fit into your reading, Gemini. So, all right, let's see. You guys have Ant, work, achievement, and success. That's always awesome. And then you have Scales, keep your life in balance. And then for your last one here, you have chair empty. Someone is leaving your life. So, all right, let's see what is going on. So you guys have the 2 of Wands. This is showing up for your current energy here. I think there's something that you're kind of, I want to say you're like future focused, or there's something that you're maybe kind of like making a particular decision about something, okay? That kind of stuff. But I feel like there's an energy of you guys like focusing on the future with whatever this is, all right? That kind of stuff. All right. You also maybe are like kind of questioning like, wonder if you're like presented with like a particular like choice about maybe something that you want to do or something that you like desire in some sense. You maybe are kind of like, I don't know, contemplating that, I want to say. But again, I do think that there's something about kind of like being future focused. So, all right, you guys have the 6 of Pentacles, and this is showing up in your environment. So I feel like this is either a exchange of some sort, maybe hopefully an even exchange of something here, that kind of thing. I also kind of understand this as maybe this is what this like work, achievement, success is, okay? And I actually also understand this as this Scales card, okay? Maybe there's something that's possibly coming into balance, that kind of thing, all right? Maybe receiving back something that you've already invested into, that kind of stuff, all right? All right, let's see. I even wonder if maybe some of you guys are like maybe waiting for something, that kind of stuff. So, all right, let's see. For your challenge, you guys have the 6 of Wands here. So, all right, that's interesting. Challenge is the 6 of Wands. Maybe this is being aware that there is somebody leaving your life. I wonder if this is you like actively watching that happen, okay? That kind of thing. All right, and 6 of Wands as your challenge. Yeah, this could also be maybe like, I gotta tell you, this happened, what sign did I just, this message kind of came out in a different sign. I forget what it was. But this could even be like a delayed reward, like literally like getting like some type of win, but I wonder if there's like a delay in some sort, that kind of stuff. Maybe you're waiting for something to even out, or you're waiting for, I don't know, something in your environment to, for correspondence or something like that. So, all right, you have the 3 of Pentacles. This is showing up for your opportunity. So that's freaking awesome. I feel like there's an opportunity to maybe work together or to like really kind of cooperate on some situation. What I'll also say, like this chair empty, someone is leaving your life. Maybe the opportunity is to like find like a, I don't know, something else, you know, that kind of stuff. Or like maybe whoever is like coming in to like fill this seat, that kind of stuff. Maybe this is something that is like, you know, really going to kind of help you. Also, you know, Ant, work, achievement, success, 3 of Pentacles, like that's that too. Okay. So I do think that there's maybe something, I wonder if you were even like anticipating like, okay, this is going to be successful. I'm going to get like a victory from whatever this is. Maybe that's what it is. It's just like an anticipation of that kind of stuff. But to me, this is like, yeah, but things are being like worked on, or you have the opportunity to like, again, like have something go like the correct way or be successful in some sense, that kind of stuff. Okay. All right. And I do think that there's something about just like cooperation, you know, that kind of thing. So, all right, let's see what else. We're going to get your oracle cards out, and then we will get some more information. We'll clarify and all that stuff. All right, Gemini. So let's see. Okay, so I do think that you are future focused, but I will also say I think that there's something here that you are maybe future focused because you're thinking of something from the past, okay? That kind of thing. Maybe like, I don't want to miss out on this again or something like that. I don't know, something. So, all right, let's see what's going on here. All right, Gemini. Oh, the 3 of Wands just came. That's what I'm saying. There's like, I want to say there's plans being made, or there's like anticipation, or like looking forward, or, you know, waiting to like even hear back from something, or to see what has maybe, to see what is coming in from something here, that kind of stuff. Okay. Maybe this is something that you just had to wait for. So, all right, let's get your cards out and see, what's going on. All right. Okay. Gemini. So, all right, let's see. For your challenge, you guys have this exaltation card. Interesting for that to show up in your challenge, okay? And this is with this like 6 of Wands and the 3 of Swords you have it with as well. So, okay, exaltation, this would kind of indicate that like you're in a good position for something, or things are kind of like I want to say like in like your prime, or something's like primed for success here, that kind of stuff. Okay, definitely understanding that message. Again, it's showing up in your challenge. So I think that this is, again, maybe something that you were like, oh, this is gonna you know, this is gonna be seen, or this is gonna be like victorious, you know, that kind of stuff. I understand that. But it's interesting because it's like that might have not had happened, or there could be something here where you were in a really good position for a victory, a win, whatever the heck it was, and there was some type of separation or disconnect or something like that. Okay, that kind of situation. All right, let's see. I gotta tell you, I almost want to, actually, I definitely want to say, like, not to get discouraged by this energy, because again, I feel like there's a way to like have this work out, or I don't know. There's something here that it's like, yes, this challenge seems like a challenge, but I just feel like your opportunity is more important, or should be highlighted more than the challenge here. That's the energy that I'm definitely understanding. So, all right, let's see. You guys have the Ace of Pentacles, and this is showing up as like what you're not able to control. So I just think this is a missed opportunity, guys. I really do. I think there's just some type of missed opportunity here, that kind of stuff. I also understand if maybe somebody else around you has accepted a different opportunity, a new job, a new whatever the heck it is, that kind of thing. That maybe is like, hey, that could be this, you know, somebody is leaving your life. All right, that kind of thing. That's what I'm understanding, is like, can't really control that. All right, so you have the World card, and this is showing up as what you can control. So like, I mean, you kind of have like achievement and like that kind of stuff written all over your reading. It just feels like the challenge is either like, it's either like, okay, I'm in a good position for this, and now I have to, I don't know, break free from something, or again, it's like everything was like cohesive, everything was working together, that kind of stuff, and then there was like some type of like hiccup, or I don't know, a break of something, or I don't know, something like that. Okay, that kind of stuff. It's like having a hard time being seen, or I don't know, that kind of stuff. All right, or even like showing up to something, you know, that could also be part of whatever this is. So World card, I feel like this is accepting an ending, that kind of stuff. Okay, that type of situation. And I also feel like this is something about, I do think that you have the opportunity to like do something again, or to have, I'm gonna say it again, like delayed rewards on something. God, I wish I knew what sign. I think it was one that I put out today, so it would be yesterday. I think it was a Virgo. I want to say it was Virgo. So I could be wrong though. But all right. Okay. Let's see. So for your next steps forward, you guys have the 8 of Wands. So this is definitely capitalizing on the momentum. It's also definitely moving. Okay. Like actual movement, that kind of stuff. I also understand this as either giving information, or this is hearing back from somebody, that kind of stuff. And I'm also getting this as like, you need to speak up on something, like really being very, you know, like this is what I want, or this is what I expect, something about that. That's kind of what I'm understanding here, that kind of stuff. I also want to say like hitting an algorithm or something about that. That's not going to like be, that's not going to make sense for, for everybody, but I don't know. There's something regarding that. All right. So definitely being like extremely honest about something, being open, that kind of stuff, like really being open as opposed to like shut down, blocked off, that kind of thing. That's absolutely what I'm understanding. And there is something about, again, like moving with the energy, that kind of stuff, like allowing the energy to kind of do what it's doing without like holding on to the past or anything like that. I really feel like there's something where it's like accepting one ending, but it's like also understanding that there's most likely an achievement for you from something here. Okay, that kind of stuff. So all right, okay, you have risk, and this is showing up in your not in your environment, sorry. This is well, maybe, but it's showing up for your opportunity. So I like that. Okay, exaltation for your challenge, and then risk for your opportunity. I think that's friggin' awesome. It's almost like you know what something feels like or looks like when like it's like all systems go, everything's like plugged in, or everything's like, you know, all systems go, that kind of stuff. It's like you just flick a switch and like everything's good to go. I don't know, I'm understanding like that kind of imagery. So I really do like this risk card for your opportunity. So you have this with the Three of Pentacles, and you have it also with the Knight of Wands here. I feel like this is moving, I mean, definitely taking a risk in either the way you're cooperating with other people, or this is like the way that you would typically do something. It's like, we're going to kind of change that up. We're going to do something maybe kind of impulsive, or that is kind of risky, that kind of stuff. All right. I absolutely understand that. It's actually really cool for your opportunity. It's like having success, maybe like a really quick success, that kind of thing. But again, it involves some type of like risk here, but it's like worth it. It's totally worth it. So, all right, let's see. You have the Six of Cups, and this is showing up as like your skills to kind of crush this opportunity here. So I think that you just you either have like a really good memory about something, or there is something that is like you have like a desire to share a certain thing, or there's something that you are maybe feeling like nostalgically pulled by something, or there's like a recognition, like I want to say like a kindred something or other, like there's like a bond of some sort that maybe you have with a particular person, or this is maybe you have the skills of like, okay, so pretend somebody is leaving some group here. You might be like, okay, yeah, but I know somebody who could fill that spot, or I have a perfect connection, or something like that could like come in and again, like this chair empty, it's like fill that chair, you know, that kind of thing. That's kind of what I'm feeling like is something that is in your skills, you know, that kind of stuff. So, all right, let's see. You also maybe have like siblings or something like that can like help out, or that's like, I don't know, there's something in that regard. So, all right, let's see. Okay, you guys have you know what I also want to say is like, you have the skills of like, you're innocent. There's something here that it's like, maybe I don't know. I do want to say that though. So, okay. You have the Queen of Swords, and this is showing up as like possible help. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I feel like this is kind of right in line with this Eight of Wands here. I feel like this help is just being really honest with something, and maybe having somebody like, really listening to your ideas or what it is that you're saying, that kind of stuff. All right. This could also be somebody who's just like, maybe kind of like critiquing in some sense, that kind of thing, but it feels like it's like for your best good, or it's something that it's like, they're trying to help you in some sense. Like, again, like, you know, work, achievement, success, like scales, keep your life in balance, that kind of stuff. Like this Queen of Swords is like, I want to say a pretty fair kind of energy. It's that, you know, she's quite honest. Okay. So there is something about like being, you know, really honest with whatever it is that you want, or whatever it is that you, want to achieve, or what it is that like your desires are, that kind of thing. All right. Certainly understanding that. So I also feel like this might be somebody who is just, decisive, you know what I'm saying, like able to make a quick decision, that kind of stuff, especially if this is, you know, working in a certain like collaboration, or working together in some sense, doing like a really good job on something. That's always nice to have, like maybe somebody who's like very decisive, or very much like knows what they want, you know, that kind of stuff. So, all right, you have the Ten of Swords, and this is showing up as your next step. So there's something about finalizing something here. Okay, the World card, so you know that's showing up in your control. So there's definitely something about, again, finalizing something, that kind of stuff. Okay, I even wonder if this is like being okay with maybe taking some type of loss here, something here. Okay, especially with this risk card showing up as your opportunity. This might just be like, hey, there might be something here where it's like needing to accept some type of like ending of some sort. Okay, that kind of stuff, especially, you know, someone is leaving your life, again, could just be like an acceptance of that kind of stuff. All right. All right. Okay. And there might be like a blessing in disguise with whatever this is. I actually really wouldn't be surprised by that at all. So, all right, let's see. So we're going to get some more information for you guys here, and see what else comes out for your challenge and opportunity. All right, Gemini. I wonder if like your next steps is like to fix something that was broken, that kind of stuff. I don't know. There, you know, with that Ten of Swords, or fixing something that maybe what you thought was like completely done. The Lover's card, interesting. Well, that is you, Gemini. So isn't the Ten of Swords. All right, let's see, Gemini. All right. So with this exaltation card for your challenge, you have the Ace of Pentacles and the Two of Pentacles. This is for what you're not able to control. So I feel like this is maybe somebody who accepted, I want to say 2 different responsibilities or accepted 2 different like roles in some sense, that kind of stuff. That feels like that's maybe something that you're not able to control. I also understand something about maybe having received an opportunity or something like that kind of stuff. But I wonder if it's like what you're not able to control is if it's like, yeah, but I have to do this thing first. Or maybe this is, you know, you have like a bunch of different stuff going on, that kind of energy. That could be something here. I wonder if like one thing had to like take the back burner for, you know, so that you could like focus on another thing, that kind of stuff. Okay. I also feel like this is maybe somebody who's going back and forth between like, do I want to accept this? Do I not? Do I want to put in the work? Is it worth it? I don't know. Do I have enough time? That kind of stuff, you know. I even understand like somebody finagling their schedule, like I don't know, something regarding that kind of stuff. All right. So okay. Also like this Two of Pentacles, you know, again, you have this scales, keep your life in balance. That could just be maybe somebody else is going through maybe a situation where like things are not feeling like balanced, you know, that kind of stuff. Okay. Especially if there's like a delayed you know, like reward in something, or kind of like I don't know, being like, oh, I thought I was gonna show up to that thing, or maybe that's what it is. Like maybe that's what it is like somebody's not showing up to a certain thing, or somebody's not, I don't know, something. So, all right, let's see. With the World card, you guys have the Devil card. Maybe you're dealing with a Capricorn, okay, Two of Pentacles, and then you have the Devil card right next to that energy, so certainly could be. All right, maybe, I mean, again, someone's leaving your life. Maybe it's somebody who is like a mainstay, somebody who is like, you know, you were really connected to. You definitely also had the Lovers card kind of like pop out as well. So, World card and the Devil card here for what you can control. I feel like there is something about if you're feeling friggin' attached to something and you're like, dude, that's not for me anymore, or I have to like kind of move away from that, then I feel like, of course, what you can control is finalizing something, that kind of stuff, okay? Ending a cycle possibly, and like releasing something with that, you know, that kind of thing. Maybe some of you guys are traveling with a Capricorn person, or traveling with something that you're like very much linked to in some sense, that kind of stuff. I definitely want to like lean on the word linked, you know, that kind of thing. All right. I'm getting more music lyrics in my head. I'm like, okay. All right. Maybe you can control who it is that you always travel with, or that you always like, I don't know, do something with. I don't know. I almost like really want to say that. So, okay, you guys have the Eight of Wands, and then you have it with the Justice card. This is showing up for your next steps forward. Sorry, I'm like kind of stuck on this World card and the Devil card here. I'm like, what? But okay, so you have the Eight of Wands, and you have it with the Justice card. This is showing up as your next step. So yes, extreme honesty, that kind of stuff. Okay, I also feel like this is like whatever it is that you're saying or putting out now. It's like your next steps is to either see the results of that, or be like, you know what, we're going to talk about the cause and the effect of something here. That kind of stuff. That could certainly be part of whatever this is. It could also be just like releasing results that are like extremely honest, or that's just what they are, that kind of thing. Okay, that could be part of whatever this is. I would also say maybe this is something about making sure that like you're not putting out something that maybe you're like, I'm not sure about that. Like, is that really the result that I wanted, or you know, that kind of stuff. There's kind of a lot about like being very like honest with either yourself or the situation you're in, or you know, again, bringing something into balance like really quickly, that kind of stuff. Also, I've been saying balance so many damn times that, you know what I'm like picturing is like balancing a checkbook, or like balancing, I don't know. Again, I feel like I've said this before. I don't think people really do that anymore. Like everything's online, but I don't know. So, all right, let's see. So with this Risk card showing up in your, for your opportunity, you guys have the Six of Cups, and you have it with the Death card. So like, that's a lot of Scorpio energy right there. Again, this is showing up for like your skills. So I think that there's just something here that you're able to like, I want to say like friggin' go back in time, or there's something that you are like, so, either sharing an experience with somebody else that's going to like help somebody else transition through something, or that's how like you are able to transition through something because there's like a shared bond of some sort, or you and somebody else like really like connect on a certain level, that kind of stuff. I even wonder if you have the skills to kind of like go over something and like re-go over something, that kind of stuff, like review it in some sense, to maybe find where things need to be tweaked, or where it's like, okay, we have to change that thing, or you know what I'm saying? That kind of stuff, that might be part of whatever it is that it's like, you're really good at that kind of thing. All right. So let's see. I'm also getting like, where do I place this? Where do I place this? So I understand that there might be a risk involved, or that their whole risk might be like being seen in a way that maybe you're like, I'm a little bit unsure, but like I'm going to take a risk on it, that kind of stuff. So, all right. With the Queen of Swords, you guys have the Two of Swords here. This is showing up for like the help that you could possibly receive. I just think this is somebody who's never seen something before. So they're going into something with no like preconceived notions, no bias of something, that kind of stuff. All right. If it's, I just did this reading. I swear to God, this is like a duplicate reading from like, I don't know, one that I already did this week. So that's interesting. So this could also be somebody who like they're able to spot something that like, or like pick out something, understand something that maybe it's like, oh, I missed that, or I didn't see that thing, or I have no idea like what to do, like feeling like kind of lost. This is maybe somebody who's just like incredibly like savvy, or really like kind of knows what they're doing here, that kind of stuff, that could like, I want to say show you something that you're either avoiding, or that you just simply are like, you haven't stumbled upon that option yet, or you're like, I don't know what to do with this, that kind of stuff. I feel like this is somebody who understands that and is like willing to kind of like help you, that kind of stuff. Or this is even you guys like kind of researching something, that kind of thing, to uncover something that it's like, I didn't know that, but now I did, or I wasn't trying to, you know, acknowledge that thing, but now I kind of am going to, you know, that type of energy. So all right, for your next steps forward, you guys have the Ten of Swords and the Hierophant. So I feel like this is maybe concluding something if it goes against your like belief system, that kind of stuff. And I also think there's something here about maybe like being all done with like outdated something, like something that's like outdated, or you know, that maybe it always worked and it was like, you know, whatever it is, and now it's like broken. It's like time to update something, that kind of stuff. All right, maybe acknowledging when something is like it's done, like it, you know, you got to get like literally updating something, or getting something that is like not so much like what you're used to, that kind of thing. All right, that's what I'm understanding. All right. I am still getting that blessing in disguise though, okay? I'm actually getting that even more so now that the Hierophant's out here. So, all right, let's see. So that's what I have for you guys, Gemini. I hope this reading was helpful. Don't forget to go to otterspirit.com and look at some gems. Sorry, I said that weird, gemstones. All right, so if this reading did not hit, then you can check your other placements. Otherwise, I'll see you guys back for your next one. Thank you. Bye.